Although overall job growth was below expectations and recent trends, the unemployment rate fell as more people got back to work. Hello, this is Bruce Steinberg of SteinbergEmploymentResearch.com reviewing November 2021 U.S. employment and job trends, and we have a lot to unpack again in this month's podcast. The unemployment rate plummeted 0.4 to 4.2% in November 2021 as the size of the entire labor force grew substantially by almost 600,000. The number of employed persons increased by more than 1.1 million, and the number of unemployed decreased by more than 500,000. Although 1 month of data do not necessarily mean it's a new trend, we cannot help but speculate. Could the ending of the enhanced unemployment benefits have moved people off their couches and into the workplace? The number of non-farm jobs was up, but by only 210,000 in November. Private sector employers added 235,000 jobs in November, but that was much weaker than the 628,000 in October, as well as the increase of 424,000 in September. A year ago, in November 2020, the private sector added almost 360,000 jobs. The private goods producing sector added 60,000 jobs in November after adding 94,000 in October and 65,000 in September. Manufacturing continued to improve with an increase of 31,000 in November, and that was lower than the 48,000 it added in October and slightly better than the 29,000 it increased in September. The construction sector also added 31,000 jobs in November after adding 43,000 in October and increasing 35,000 in September. Mining and logging lost a little ground with a decline of 2,000 in November that followed the addition of 3,000 jobs in October and an increase of 1,000 jobs in September. The private service providing sector was up only 175,000 jobs in November after adding 534,000 in October and growing by 359,000 in September. A year ago, in November 2020, it was up more than 290,000 jobs. The retail sector removed more than 20,000 from its job inventory in November after adding almost 38,000 in October and a similar gain of more than 39,000 in September. A year ago, in November 2020, this sector cut 2,100 jobs. The professional and business services sector added 90,000 jobs in November, and that followed a gain of 121,000 in October and an increase of 111,000 in September. A year ago, in November 2020, it was up 95,000 jobs. A subsector, computer systems design and related services, computed 9,500 more jobs in November after adding more than 11,000 in October. The entire private education and health services sector was up only 4,000 jobs in November after adding 59,000 in October. A subsector, home healthcare services, essentially flatlined with a marginal decline of only 300 jobs in November after adding more than 19,000 in October. The entire leisure and hospitality sector was up 23,000 jobs in November after adding 170,000 in October. The total number of government jobs declined by 25,000. The federal government was up 2,000 in November. State government declined by a total of 9,000, with some but not all of that decline in state education, while local government declined a total of 18,000 jobs, with a majority of the decline in local education. Temporary help services appears to be on a consistent but decelerating trend with a gain of only 6,200 jobs in November, which was a meager 0.2% increase from October, but a respectable 9.1% increase from a year earlier. Revised data show that the sector added more than 46,000 jobs in October and almost 15,000 in September. A year ago, in November 2020, it increased by almost 40,000 jobs. In November 2021, temporary help services market share, or its portions of all jobs, was 1.8786%, up from 1.8771% the previous month. A year ago, in November 2020, it was 1.7916%, but 2 years ago, in November 2019, it was 1.9420%. Only time will tell if the big changes in people's employment status was an anomaly or indeed a shift of people's returning to the workplace, perhaps motivated by the ending of enhanced unemployment benefits. Initial claims for unemployment insurance dropped last week by close to 42,000 to almost 212,000 and are lower, yes, lower than the pre-pandemic average of more than 215,000. This has been Bruce Steinberg, and this is just a brief sample of the employment data and analysis we provide.